Hey everyone, today is Positive Body Image Day. All right, so today I was on a trail ride with a couple of ladies, and I was talking about how sometimes I have people that say some pretty rough things to me, and about how I go ahead and delete the negative comments, right? To not have where people, because a lot of times people read comments that are said to me, and they will, I do not know what's going on outside. They will internalize those, okay? And then one person was like, I don't know where that came from, And then I was like, I think that people that are on social media that say horrible things to other people, I think it came from no home training, right? I think that those people didn't have a good parent in their life to mimic. Okay, that's what I had said to one lady. And then another person was like, well, my kids wouldn't say that stuff to other people, even though that they didn't have to tell their children that. And then I was like, well, those kids got to see you be a nice person and not say those things to other people. So, whenever people say something horrible, okay, if people say, my husband's right here. If someone says, oh, gag, you're so ugly, you're so fat, all this stuff, right? Why would they take the time or feel the need to say something like that? And the reason that they do is because they feel horrible and they want to drag someone down, okay? So with that, if they don't drag you down, then they did not accomplish what they were trying to do, okay? So a lot of times, yes, I'll make someone famous, like Facebook famous for the day. I'll screenshot what the heck they said, and I'll screenshot what the heck I did, to come back to them. And that's just, they catch me in a bad day, and I'm just like, gosh, dang, just screw this person, right? But if you can, whenever somebody says something horrible, like you are stupid, you're ugly, you're fat, I don't know, your nostrils aren't the same shape, whatever, whatever they want to say about you, just delete them, right? Like I read that, and the first thing that I think whenever I read a horrible comment is, what's wrong with them? Like, ooh, they must have had a horrible childhood, or ooh, they had horrible parents that did not take the time to teach them right from wrong. What other lessons did they miss out on? I don't take what they say and be like, oh my gosh, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm stupid. I don't give what they said. I don't validate it. I don't say, yes, that's true. I don't take what they say, like, here's what they say, and I don't put it into my heart. I freaking slap that stuff away. I block, I delete it, and then I'm just like, man, that person has a jacked up life. That's what I'm just like, man, if they've got time to be doing that, then they're probably not at work. And what other things are they missing out on? Or, oh man, I hope that whenever I see someone that's older that says something, I'm just like, oh man, their poor kids didn't have anything else to mimic or to see, and I'm just like, I hope that they overcame that. I'll tell you, I had some family members that used to make fun of people that had Down syndrome. They would make fun of them. I've had people in my life that we would go to a Mexican restaurant and they would treat the Hispanic workers like they were ignorant. Like they would say, andale, andale. They would say horrible things that were like degrading to them. And I was always so embarrassed to be around them. So whenever I had some of my nieces or nephews with me and some of those older family members would say stuff, then I would say, hey, I was not okay with them saying things. I was not okay with that. Be careful. Oh, what? Be careful about what? No, I had horrible older family members that would say horrible things, but then like my younger family members, I made sure that that was, that they knew that I was not okay with that. It is sad. It's crazy sad. I had an older family member that told me about whenever they were younger, they used to play Red Rover, and this poor girl had like leg braces on, and they would call her names. And I'm just like, that is not okay. It's not okay. And I'm like, why did that even happen? Like, they were so proud telling those stories. So like, you know how like I've said, some people don't have good home training. Well, sometimes, people can break away from that. I had some of the home training that I had of people making fun of people. I was embarrassed to be around that behavior. So if you have people in your family if you have people in your family that make fun of handicap or different ethnicities or any of that, that is not normal behavior. That is low class. That is not acceptable. So whenever, oh yeah, somebody just said sometimes people can be great and their kids can be brats. Dude, 100%, 100%. I have seen parents that did everything right, and then their kids, I'm just like, ugh, how did you turn up out like that? Like, you had everything. So anyways, whenever somebody says these horrible comments to you, I need you to be like, ugh, that person is so awful, And then I need you to have compassion for other people. I was not really taught compassion, but I am a very compassionate person. So like, if you're around someone and they are making like sly jokes or any of that, or making fun of large people, don't be around them, even if they're family members. You know what? You can outgrow family members, and you can outgrow friends, and they can be a chapter in your life, and you do not have to take on the ideas that they have. Okay, you can have your own ideas on things. And by the way, totally not a hickey on my neck. Those are claw marks from my cat. So I don't want y'all to be like, this girl with the hickeys trying to talk about positive body image. My cat clawed me. She got totally scared about something. So anyways, I don't know. I always thought it was just like bad home training. But a lot of times you've just got to decide what's right and what's wrong and what you feel comfortable with. And I don't feel comfortable being around people that make fun of people for A, the way that they're born, B, their size. You never know what the heck's, you know what? I have seen some people that they're going through, they're taking different medications, and it makes them just like explode, right? It makes them like gain so much weight. And wouldn't you hate to be around someone that was making fun of that person for being larger, and it's because they're fighting something that nobody knows about? So whenever you see horrible comments on social media, I just don't, I just delete them. Just delete them. And then I don't want to get sad about them, because that person's lacking. They're lacking a skill set, someone that was an aunt or an uncle that said, hey, I'm not comfortable with that right there. Like, that's horrible to say something like that to someone. So my body image thing for today is just surround yourself with people that don't say or think horrible things. And whenever those things happen to you, delete them. And please don't shed a tear over someone that's lacking a skill set, because they're not worth your tears. They're not worth your tears. They're lacking something. And I hope that one day those people can grow up out of that. You know, my last children's book that I'm writing is based on our horse named Peppercorn. And Peppercorn is a leopard Appaloosa. Well, Peppercorn has a jaw that's been broke, and it's like the shape of a horseshoe. Her hips are crooked, and she, if you put your hands up real fast, she's like, ah, you know, puts her face up. So like her, but then she was kind of nasty to people. Like she was always like quick to be defensive and mean. Her book is going to be about how hurt people hurt people. So a lot of times whenever someone's trying to be hurtful to you, that is just, they're trying to be mean so someone else can feel that feeling that has happened to them. I'm not saying you have to have a bunch of compassion for that stuff. Like we don't need to tolerate like evilness, you know, and people being awful. But that helps me for whenever I delete it or I just dismiss them. It helps me be like, man, I wonder what the heck happened to them to be that way. So there you go. That is my positive body image talk of the day. And tomorrow I'm going to look over here. Tomorrow is holistic health, and I will see you then. Y'all have a wonderful day. I should listen to the song. You should listen to the song. Oh, Red Clay Strays. I love that song. And it's, called People Hatin'. I will listen to that because I love the Red Clay Strays. That's a pretty cool band. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. We're about to make paninis for our Chicks in the Sticks. It's an all-inclusive women's event that we do at our ranch. Our ranch is called Von Holton Ranch, and we're getting ready this weekend. We have an event that's Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everything we own is booked out. So I look kind of ran down because I'm kind of ran down right now. Y'all have a wonderful day.